Um, so today I'm gonna use some strong, maybe harsh words that you could be feeling resistant to them, but I'm using them for a reason to unlock some things inside of you and maybe um, just make you question some things in your life um, about the things that are happening around you. So, I'm guided to talk about slavery and just how slavery is actually built. It's built around more and being more or less, or important, powerful, have more money, and just on the right and wrong and all of that stuff. So, yeah, I would like you to look into slavery and maybe to which aspects of your life are you maybe still, um, just serving, but not from your heart, but serving because you think you have to, and just following some beliefs, rules, ideas, some standards, or maybe even not just following, taking them on yourself, um, just because this should be that way, and just because they say that things are that way. So, I would like to just put this word out there and just make you question all those things in your life. Why? Because for a while, my guides are showing me this, and I was like, resistance, no, I don't want to talk about this in the video that I'm gonna be doing, and I want to focus on other things. I want to focus on positive stuff or all of that stuff. And I'm realistic, but I know how much in general, but I know how much resistance these things open up for people. So the message that I got with that was, and I would like to put it out there, and it's just going on over and over again, is if you want to change something, if you want to heal something, you first have to see it. And what is happening this year, we are seeing, and a lot of things are coming to the surface connected with heart, like the different, like the cruelty, and like just hard truth. And a lot of people have problems with digesting all of that, and just accepting that things are actually this way. So what I would really like to put out there is how important it is that we see those things, that we don't deny them anymore, we don't neglect them anymore, and adjust the truth, that we just see the truth, the facts, the things as they are, that we digest this truth, and that with that we integrate the knowledge and this experience and the light codes. Because with that, with healing those parts, with seeing those parts inside of us, and then integrating all of that, we are helping ourselves and everyone, and everything around us. So also with that being said, um, we need the critical mass, of people that will see those things, that will not deny them anymore and neglect them anymore, and just look away and pretend like all those things don't exist. You know what I can say for my country, like Slovenia, where I'm from, for example, with this corona, like first on one hand, like everything was closing down, and now Slovenia is the country that is the first in Europe that went through this. And but the question is, did we learn something? Because it's like everything went back to normal, like nothing happened, you know. So just putting this out there, and of course we are happy, that we have accomplished that, but still, you know, not that we go to the things how they were, but that we integrate this experience, take knowledge from this experience, and with this new knowledge, create something new, something different. So I have mentioned the word slavery, and here I would like to, like I said, slavery of humanity in many ways have been shown to me by my guides. And also, like I said, is coming up to the surface, and also slavery of women, the prostitution, the escort business, fashion business, like how much slavery is also there. And I was part of this business for many years because I was a makeup artist. And then also the slavery of kids, like all this trafficking with kids and pornography and all of that crazy stuff that are coming up to the surface now, and all this abuse. And it's easier to just say, oh, this is conspiracy, and like this cannot be truth. And with this, I just said that I want to put out there, the word propaganda, because it was really important as well to mention it, and it was a strong message from Spirit. And also the stories and selling stories, and how, for example, when something happens like with corona, and then everything goes back to normal, like nothing happened. Or for example, really cruel thing comes to the surface, like really cruel truth comes to the surface. But then, because they are lying us once and twice and I don't know how many times, we rather believe the lies than ask ourselves, what do we feel? How do we feel about this, whatever is coming up to the surface? And on the other side, how many distractions we have. The movies, the TV, and programming through that and controlling through that. So yeah, like I said, propaganda is a big word, and just observe it, how much propaganda was also with the coronavirus. And yeah, don't forget, like this is like the also in commercial business that I was part of, like the stories sell, and commercials, and how you're gonna present it and everything, and adding to the truth, not that the things are presented as they are, not that you are adjusting them, not that you are showing them as something more or something less on the other side. So a lot of manipulation with all of that. And yeah, and manipulation is also a strong word, but I also want to put it out there because all of these words that I'm pointing out, like the slavery, the programming, the controlling, the manipulation. These are things that are really clearing this year. Um, so really try to look at those things with yourself, in your life, in your relationships. So because you are always following, because a lot of people and most of the people are also slaves to the system, the financial system, for example, and there is no freedom, and slaves to the society, and all these beliefs, rules, and all of that stuff, and it's more important to follow all of that than to follow yourself. So this is balancing this year. So really try to observe it and try to allow yourself to be who you are and just to see what you actually want. And don't be blinded by fear and by all of those things that I mentioned. And just know that fear comes with something that you don't understand, and also with something that you cannot believe that it is true, that this is even possible. For example, with everything that is coming up to the surface, on one hand we have like all this technology and all this stuff, but when we come to relationships, it's like stone age. Like it's like, where are we? Have we learned something? Did we do something on all of that? So yeah, I think this is it, what I wanted to share today, and I just wanted to trigger some parts inside of you, and maybe make you like do some meditation, and just to see all those stuff, how the politics and all of these things work. And I'm not saying that you should just focus on all of that stuff, but just give them light and just acknowledge them and just see them. And like I said, this is the only way for all this to heal. So this is it for today, and talk to you soon. Bye.